So I'm just going to tell you guys a little bit about myself, and then I'm going to get right into the Booktube Newbie Tag questions, which are sitting right here. So if you see me looking down, that's what I'm looking at. Anyways, let's get into it. So a little bit about me. My name is Nicole. I live in Canada. We just had roll up. That was great. And basically I'm on my year off. I just finished university. So I did an honors specialization in biology. Basically, I'm just taking some time off before I go to grad school, just taking a rest and working on a few of my hobbies and stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much me. Just got out of university, science nerd. But I also have a real love of reading and of art. So that's kind of why I named my channel Brushes and Books, because I'm thinking brushes as in paintbrushes. So maybe I can share some of my love of art with you guys. And then books. I want to talk books. I want to be part of Booktube because this community seems awesome. So yeah, that's pretty much me. Nice to meet you. So let's get into the Booktube Newbie Tag questions. Question number 1. Why did you start this channel? So when I decided to go on my year off and then 2019 came around and it was time for making resolutions and whatnot, one of my biggest resolutions to myself was to start reading more, because I completely fell off the reading train. Because when I was in school, when I was in high school especially, I fell off the reading train because I hated required readings. And then when I was in university, I had no reason to read for class, except for I took one children's lit class. I think I read like 28 books. It was crazy. So I read for that class, but aside from that, the last like maybe 8 years of my life, I have not read a lot, and it's really upsetting. So yeah, anyways, point is I made a resolution to read more in 2019. I read like 7 books in the month of January. So I started off with a bang, which was awesome. And I started watching more and more Booktube, and it just kind of became this natural thing where like, I want to start a channel. The Booktube community seems amazing. I want to be involved with the community, basically. That's why I created this channel. Question number 2. What are some fun and unique things you think you can bring to Booktube? I want to bring together my love of arts and crafts with my love of reading. And I think that if I can bring those things together in a way that's like entertaining or fun to watch or inspiring even for other people, then I'm gonna get a lot out of that. So yeah, I think I can bring a little bit of a new perspective maybe. Also, I have a really, really wide range of interests. I really like to do nonfiction reading as well as fiction. And I know that right now on Booktube, YA fiction is very, very popular, and I'll definitely be doing some popular reads, but I think I've got a little bit more of a wide range of interests, especially in the realm of nonfiction books, than what I've been seeing personally on Booktube in general. So yeah, that. So question number 3. What are you most excited for about this new channel? That's super easy. I want to connect with people. That's a huge reason why I'm starting this channel. That's a huge reason why I want to be a part of Booktube specifically, is because I think there are amazing, wonderful, intelligent people on this platform, and I want to connect with them. And I want to connect with those who are out there who are maybe too shy to have their own channel, but they like to sort of sneak around and watch everybody else's videos. I don't know why I said sneak around, but anyways, the people who aren't interested in being in front of the camera, I'd like to encourage those people to join the conversation as well and not be afraid to give their opinion and add to the conversation. So yeah. Question number 4, why do you love reading? It's a really good way to relax and kind of lose yourself, and it's also a really good way to broaden your knowledge. So I want to be a more open-minded person. I want to be a more well-rounded person, and I hate being ignorant of things. So I felt like reading was a really good hobby to kind of undertake so that I can avoid that in the future. My current love of reading, I'm rediscovering what I've been missing out on for almost a decade. It's freeing. It's freeing, especially at this time in my life where I'm not worried about what I'm reading specifically. Like, I'm not influenced as much by other people. Like, if I want to read children's books or middle grade books, I'm not going to feel weird about that. I'm not going to feel ashamed of that or anything like that, because it's literature. And there are wonderful, wonderful examples of writing in all forms of literature, all genres, all age groups, etc. I don't know how I'm going to edit this to make sense. Okay, so question number 5. What book or series got you into reading? That's tricky. Okay, so when I was a kid, I really liked reading the Septimus Heap series by Angie Sage, but getting into reading in general, especially like 2019, like my newfound love of reading, probably just the first book that I read this year. I read The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. That was a really That was a good book, and that kind of gave me hope for reading in general, especially reading fiction, because for the longest time when I did read, it was nonfiction, it wasn't fiction books. So yeah, The Night Circus definitely got me back into reading in 2019. Question number 6. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? I feel like I would ask them questions about what it's like for them being a booktuber. Yeah, I'd ask them about that. Question number 7. What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to, overcome? To overcome. I think there's 2 things. I think for me, it's going to be my tendency to get frustrated editing, because I've had a YouTube channel in the past, which I'm not working on that one anymore. But editing those videos was a lot of work because it was a lot of footage because of kind of the niche that I was in. And so I got kind of like lackluster about editing. So I think it'll be hard sometimes to get over that hump. And then the other thing, being confident, like being confident in front of the camera. Cause like I can sit here and pretend that I'm confident in front of the camera, but it's tricky, like especially when you're having like a bad day, but you wanted to get some filming done. It's like, I don't feel confident, like I'll stutter or my voice will catch. So I think that'll be a challenge some of the time. But I think more so the one that will continue throughout will be just not wanting to edit. So question number 8, when did you start reading? When I was a kid, I didn't really read that much for pleasure. I was really picky about reading when I was a kid. I never read Harry Potter. I still haven't, by the way. Ooh. But I do plan on reading it at some point. As far as when did I start reading again? In January of 2019. Maybe like December 2018. Pretty recently. Question number 9. Where do you read? Honestly, lately, I've been reading a lot in bed. I also have a couch in my basement that when I was in university, I bought the couch for my apartment, and so we set it down in the basement, and sometimes I like to go down there and read on that couch. And it's kind of like a blue, like almost like a denim. It's really nice. You guys will see it sometime, I'm sure. But I call it my blue. I like to go and spend time with my blue every now and then on my bed or on my blue. And then in the summer, I expect to read like outside in the backyard and maybe at the cottage if I get to go to my family cottage. Question number 10. This is the final question on the list of questions that I have. I don't know if this is the official tag or not. I probably should have prefaced this by saying that. What kind of books do you like to read? I like a lot of different kinds of books, and I'm really open to starting to read different kinds of books. That's another reason why I want to do this booktube channel, is to open my eyes to different genres that I might not have thought of reading before. But in general, my favorite categories are probably fantasy, whether it's adult or YA, nonfiction like popular science books, I really like those, and autobiographies and memoirs. I really love those. So if you guys are interested in like nonfiction books, autobiographies and memoirs, definitely stick around because I think those will probably be a staple of my channel. So that is it for the Booktube Newbie Tag, at least the one that I found on the internet. I don't know if it's official or not. I think that's all I have to say. You know, I'm getting all like bashful. I'd like to say thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope to see you next time. Definitely, if you liked this video, leave a comment down below, hit that like button, hit the subscribe and the bell notification buttons. I'll leave all my social links down in the description box below. So that's it for today. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!